Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new Florida Lottery $2 $25,000 Holiday Blowout ticket. This is part of the October 2024 series of tickets. It came out last week in Florida. And this one is a number match game. There are two symbols you can find, 2x and 5x, and then you've got two bonus spots here. If you can match the number under here with one of your winning numbers, you win the corresponding prize. Ticket does say it's loaded with $25 and $50 prizes, so we shall see. Now here on this page, we are looking at the prize structure and odds that the Florida Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 4.41, and it does look like you can win anywhere from $2 up to $25,000. And yeah, I mean, looking at this, the odds of winning the top prize are almost 1 in 3 million. First of all, this top prize is not where it should be. It should be at least $40,000 or $50,000. And at that prize, or at that amount, the odds should be about 1 in a million. So they cut the prize by half and they raised the odds by 3 times. So they're really jipping people off with this top prize here. Which I don't like at all. Looking at the rest of the prize structure, nothing too crazy stands out. We do need to mention, though, that in Florida, for any prize over $5,000, they are going to take out 24% in taxes. I don't view that tax money as part of the value of the game, and so that is going to affect how I view this top prize. So instead of $25,000, I'm going to view this as $19,000. So this top prize at those odds, I have zero interest at all in this ticket already. Now, with the adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 68 and 69%. This is below the minimum 70% payout that we look for on all tickets. We look for 70% because states can make plenty of money in that 70% range. So for Florida to put out a $2 ticket at 68% payout just shows a lack of interest in the customer, a lack of appreciation for the customer. And if your state lottery doesn't appreciate you, you have to stop buying the tickets. And yeah, I mean, you're feeding the monster if you keep buying these tickets. And yeah, you don't want to do that in a situation like this. Now, the other thing we do need to mention about the 68% payout is that it does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are even going to see 68% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning the top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $50 prize level. So, it is true that you don't have to be, extremely lucky to hit either of these $25 or $50 prizes. I don't know that I would say that the game is loaded with prizes. I think that's probably a stretch. And definitely Holiday Blowout is deceitful. I mean, Blowout insinuates they're giving away crazy amounts of money. Here, it's not true. Now, I personally wouldn't buy this ticket. I would not recommend anybody buy this ticket, but we know people will buy it. So for those people who are playing it, when they do win on it, they're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $2 and $50. There's a split there at the $50 prize level. It's about 76 to 24. So about 3/4 of these $50 prizes are going to fall here in the bottom of the prize structure where average folks are winning. The other 24% are going to join the rest of these prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of winning one, look at the overall odds. Move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that only about 1 in every 441 tickets has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $882 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. And yeah, I'm not a fan of a prize structure like this. The $1 ticket was like this too, where, in order to overcome the amount of money you're spending to hit a top 1% prize, you have to hit the top prize. And so I don't like prize structures like this. There has to be at least 2 prizes at the top that are worth the amount of money it takes to win a top 1% prize. So I don't like this prize structure. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 58 and 59%. This is also below the minimum 60% payout that we look for the bottom 99% of prizes on every ticket we review. And the reason we look for 60% is because, at least in my opinion, when you're playing here in the 50% range, it just feels like you're losing your money so fast that, to me, it's not fun to play. It's just frustrating. And why would you spend your hard-earned money on a ticket when you're just going to be frustrated by it? So yeah, this would be a definite no buy for me. Now, here on this page, we are tracking the increases and decreases in Florida $2 tickets. And you can see the data point for Holiday Blowout over here at the right-hand side of this graph. And here's what I notice. I notice a huge drop. This has happened twice now. Huge drop, and then the value comes back a little bit, but not as much as not to where it was before. And then a huge drop, and then the value's coming back a little bit. My guess is that it's not going to come back to where it was before, and then you're going to see another huge drop. You can see a definite decrease in value in $2 tickets over the time that we have been, tracking data for these Florida $2 tickets. Now, this whole category, the $2 ticket category in Florida, is trash. None of the tickets get up to 70%, which is the minimum that we look for. But if you are playing $2 tickets in Florida, for whatever reason, up here in green, you see the best ticket in every category. So if you're playing for overall value, aces and eights has the best payout that we've seen come out of Florida in the $2 ticket category, still below 70%, which is the minimum. If you're playing for odds, find the sevens has the best odds. If you are a more conservative player and like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, Holiday Blowout has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks. And then if you are more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money, when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, Year for Life has the most money at the top. And then we are keeping track of top prizes as well over here. And I do note that one of the top prizes has already been hit, which is really, really fast after release. So that would give me, even if it was a good ticket, that would give me pause about playing it for a while. Now, here on this page, we are ranking Florida's $2 tickets based on overall payout. And let's see, 68.52 was good enough for 9th place on this list. So, in the context of Florida $2 tickets, this is just a mediocre ho-hum kind of ticket. It's not the best, not the worst, but when I'm playing scratchers, I want to play the absolute best. So this is not one that I would be interested in. If I were playing $2 tickets in Florida, I would look up here at the top, probably the top 2 tickets. However, I'm not playing $2 tickets in Florida, and even if I lived there, I wouldn't play these because the payout's so low. Now, here on this page, we're ranking based on that bottom 99% payout. So this is friendliness to the average player. 58.84 puts Holiday Blowout in first place. Now, this I am a more conservative player, so I do look for higher payouts for the bottom 99% of prizes because I like to win a little bit more of my money back when I'm not hitting the big prizes. But this is a deceitful move by the Florida Lottery. It's good for a ticket to be at the top of this list, but it's only good if they're also at the top of the overall payout list. When you have a ticket in the middle of the payout list that's at the top of the bottom 99% payout list, this is the state trying to deceive you into thinking that this ticket is better than it is. 99% of people who play this game, they're going to get more of their money back. So they're going to like this ticket. It's going to feel like a relief from the even more brutal numbers that they usually experience in this $2 ticket category. However, it's at the top of the ticket. Like, if lightning strikes, you want to be able to hit a good prize. But that's not going to happen here on Holiday Blowout. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a really, really deceitful move to sell tickets. So I don't like it. I hate it when states use these tactics to sell tickets. Now, here on this page, we get to compare $2 tickets across states. We're looking at 6 states on the channel currently. Top 35 $2 tickets are on the screen here. And you can see they're mostly from Georgia and Massachusetts. And what that means is that Florida is not competitive when it comes to the $2 ticket category. You could Holiday Blowout had 68% payout, so it's it's over 2 percentage points off of the list, so it's not even really close to making the top 35 list. So not competitive. You want your state to be competitive with what the best states are doing. Florida is not doing it right now, and what we really want to do is look up here at the top of the list. So we've had a couple of pretty decent $2 tickets come out of Georgia. Best one was called Fast 20s, had 75% payout. And we have to ask the question, if Georgia can put out a $2 ticket at 75% payout and make plenty of money doing it, that's the key, then why in the world is Florida putting out $2 tickets at 68% payout? That's right around 6.5 percentage points less than what Georgia did with Fast 20s. And 6.5% is a lot of money when you think about how many tickets go into just one scratch game. One scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $2 price tag, and that's $20 million wrapped up in just one of these scratch games. 6.5% of 20 million is $1.3 million that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players, that the Florida Lottery is stealing from its players. I hate to see scratch players get taken advantage of, but that is exactly what the Florida Lottery is doing. And all I can do is ask you, please don't let yourself get taken advantage of. You have to stop buying the tickets until the state decides to raise the payouts. And, my advice is, if you are in love with $2 tickets, these good tickets in Georgia have pretty much run their course, but Massachusetts has, not great payout in the $2 ticket category, but way better than what Florida's doing. Find a scratcher in Massachusetts that you like and trust and go in on $2 tickets. From there, you're going to get way more bang for your buck by doing that. And it will force the Florida Lottery to give you better, more competitive tickets. Now here on this page, we have the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. Here, 5884 was good enough for 26th place on this list. So 58% is not where it needs to be. Still a little bit low, so this is going to be a pretty tough ticket for the average player. Not as tough as the average Florida $2 ticket, though. But yeah, you can see what some of the other states are doing. 60% or more is what we look for, and we've had plenty of $2 tickets come out from other states that do that. Now here on this page, this is to give a little bit more context as to how low the payout is on this Holiday Blowout ticket. The $1 ticket, the lowly $1 ticket in Massachusetts regularly comes out at 69% payout. That's about 1.5 points higher than what you're getting from Holiday Blowout. And this is backwards. This should never happen. You should never have a cheaper ticket with a higher payout than a more expensive ticket, even if it is across state lines. Florida Lottery needs to look at this and be ashamed of the payout they're putting on their $2 tickets. Now here on this page are the top 36 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far, from any state of any dollar amount. There are no $2 tickets on this list, probably never will be, so you can pause that and look at it if you would like. And then here on this page are the top 36 friendliest tickets, so they have the highest payout for the bottom 99% of prizes. We do have one $2 ticket here. It's that $2 ticket from Georgia, Fast 20s, competing with $50 and $100 tickets. So $2 tickets can compete, at least by this metric, as long as the overall payout is good enough and the prize structure is done in a particular way. But that's about it for the Florida Lottery $2 $25,000 Holiday Blowout ticket. Definitely not as bad as the $1 ticket, but definitely not where it needs to be. It's not a ticket that I would be interested in at all. The overall payout's low. The bottom 99% payout is too low. And yeah, I'm just not interested in wasting money on tickets where the state is holding back so much more money than they need to. Why, Florida? Why do you have to hold back so much money that you don't have to hold back? It's just disrespectful to your customer base. So yeah, I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't recommend that you play it. Just pass on this one. But that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.